Hey guys, today I will be reviewing this little kit from Too Faced. It's called Brow Envy. This does have a magnetic closure there, and it's about the size of like the a la mode palette or Summer Eye, Natural Eye, any of those that have been, you know, repackaged into that metal type exterior. Up top, you have a little Brow Envy guide that covers up your mirror. And inside this little brochure pamphlet thingy are 3 different stencils. So if you like using stencils to fill in your brows, you have that option. I haven't gotten into using these because that's just not really a part of my regular brow routine, but they're there if you want them. And then you've also got some instructions in there for how to use all the stuff. And then as far as the actual products go, you're getting 2 shades of brow powder. One says blonde, one says brunette, and I use both of these every day. And I'll explain, you know, how I do that. I'll show you how I fill them in with that. There's also a setting wax and there's a highlighter. It's kind of like a matte cream with a little bit of pink tone there. You've got a pair of tweezers and then 2 little brushes. One is like a little spoolie brush that you can use to brush through your brows. The other is a small angled brush. And I do use just these. I don't pull in any other brushes when I use this kit. I gotta tell you, I absolutely love this kit. I really enjoy it. I've used plenty of different brow kits. I like the thought that everything in there is gonna be something I'm gonna get use out of, right? Blonde and brunette powders are just wonderful shades. I love that I'm able to fill in my brows with each of these. I will take the blonde and put that more on the inner part of my brow, the brunette on the outer part, and I feel like I get a filled in look that looks natural but not too warm, you know, not too reddish with my dark hair. And another thing I found, you know, my brows naturally do have quite a bit of thickness to them. So when I'm looking for something good to use to fill them in, it's not just about getting the color match, but it's about getting something that doesn't give you too much intensity, because I'm just looking to, in some cases, fill in some more sparse areas, but not look too overdone with it, which I have done and which a lot of products can lead you to do as well. But these, I love these 2 shades. I think they're very cool toned, and I think, wow, I could see these working for so many people. You know, people with lighter hair than me. I think you might just switch up the ratio of how much of either of these you're using. You might dab into, you know, back and forth into each of them and mix them a little bit. Also, I use the setting wax, I use the highlighter. It's like every part of this is something I use daily except the tweezers. I went to tweeze my brows with these one day and I'm like, it was not picking up a very obvious hair. These just don't do near as good a job as my Tweezermans do at just grabbing the hairs. So I don't love that little part of it. One other thing you might be thinking about is like a clear gel. I've often used like the Maybelline Great Lash Clear on my brows. You may feel like you want to do that after this, but I do think the setting wax goes a long way for keeping your brows in a nice shape. But just to take you through how I do my brows with this kit, if you're curious, because it's a little bit different from what the how-to guide says, but I first just take the spoolie brush and go through my brows, make sure they're laying roughly the way I want them to. Then I take the little angled brush and I go into the setting wax. I like to put that through my brows first, just to give the powders a little something to cling to. Then I go into the blonde, and I like to apply that right around the innermost parts of my brow. It just kind of fills them in without adding too much intensity to my brows. And then I go into the brunette side and I start using that more around my arch, more around the tail of the brow, where it seems like my hairs are just more concentrated there anyway. I use the highlighter part as well, and I just go into that with my finger and I dab that under my brow, and in some cases that could be a base to any sort of powder highlight you put on there. Pleasantly surprised with how effectively these 2 shades work on my brows. It really lasts well throughout the day for me also. You could have your powders, you could have your separate, you know, wax pencil, you could have your setting gel, you could have several different brushes, you could have your highlighting pencil, and here it's like every little thing is in there. The only thing I'm going to be concerned about taking alongside this is my pair of tweezers. That is the only complaint I have with this, is that I don't love the little tweezers that they included. But this is the kind of thing you'll see out in a Sephora or an Ulta. Maybe check it out, you know, do some swatches of those colors, get an up close look at it for yourself, but I really enjoy this little kit. So thank you so much for watching my review, guys, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.